So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and do my calendars because with the new year coming up, what I want to do is go ahead and get my January and February budget together. Now, some people they do go ahead and do their budget for the full year, but I'm not that mature just yet. We will get there. So um, what I'm going to start with is the calendars. So I feel like being able to see what you need to pay on a calendar definitely helps you before starting your budget because it will allow you to have a quick glance at what needs to be paid and on what date that it is due. So as you can see, I have January here and I also have a February one sitting to my side over here so that I can also fill that one in as well. So these are printouts. And with these printouts, they definitely make things a lot easier for me to see and go in and just get completed. Okay, so what I'm going to start with are my non negotiables. And when I say my non negotiables, these are items that I cannot do without. So, albeit whether they are paid bi weekly, monthly, daily, it doesn't matter. These are items that I need in order for me to have a sustainable life. So, we're going to start with our rent. So rent would be $1,135. Of course, I always add about $2 because there are fees when I pay my rent, whether it's through a money order or a online ACH payment. And then we have utilities, which are due on the 28th of every month. And my utilities are $78. I only pay lights. And then I have my phone bill, which is due on the 4th of every month, which is about $52. And then every bi-weekly, I do have where I put money aside for laundry. So let's see here. With that being said, so what I do need to do on my calendar actually is circle what my paydays are. So this is a payday, and then this is a payday, the 17th, and then the 31st is also a payday. And then we have 14th, and then the 28th. So every payday, I make sure I set aside $50 for laundry. In my apartment, we have a laundry room on each floor. It's $2 to wash, $2 to dry. So I gotta make sure I add that in. Mm-mm-mm. And then I have internet on the 19th. My internet bill is about $78 as well. And then I have on the 22nd, I bought my daughter a car, although she isn't driving it yet. But the expected car insurance is going to be about $160. I haven't had the first payment yet. So we're just going to put that on here. And then we have my car insurance on the 20th. And that was around $140 a month. It is renewing next month. Well, in January, they have yet to show me exactly what it'll be renewing for. So once I find out, I will definitely be able to update this information because I did pay my car insurance up for the full 6 months. So I have to wait to see what it'll be, this upcoming 6 months. And then I have two life insurance policies. So I have one that comes out on the 9th, and that is $54. And then I have renter's insurance, um, which is comes out on the 21st, and that's only about $12 a month. However, I paid that up for the full year, so that's not due yet. My other life insurance is $240 a month, and that's on the 24th of every month. And then I do have braces. So on the 18th of every month, that's $222. And then on the 19th, also have car note, $811. And then every 2 weeks for household, I pay $600 towards household items. And this includes food, um, laundry detergent, anything that has to go into the house. So definitely important. And yes, I definitely use up that budget bi-weekly. Sometimes I'll come out, with about $50 or so left over, but trust me when I say that it goes to use. Also bi-weekly, every check, I do set aside $200 for my kids' lunch, because Lord knows they like to sorry, that's $100. They like for me to add money on their lunch accounts. One of my daughter goes to a private school, so she has to have a lunch, and you know, um, she honestly gets like Chick-fil-A. They have pizza, they have hot dogs for lunch and things like that. I was like, oh wow, you know. But hey, they like it. I love it. I am not mad. And let's see here. And then, of course, bi weekly, I do fuel. I do $80 bi weekly for fuel. Listen, it's getting packed on this little bi weekly part, right? So now I'm going to go in and add my monthly items. So these are monthly subscriptions. So on the 3rd, I have Amazon Ring that comes out of my account. So Amazon Ring, and that's $5.39. On the 5th, I have AT&T car. My car has a internet service, so I have to pay for that. On the 7th, I have BT Plus subscription. I'm gonna get rid of that soon. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's $3.25. And then on the 8th, I have Philo. I don't know if you guys have Philo, but Philo is kind of like a TV service for people who don't want to get like cable. It does have like kind of sort of like a cable service, but just a lot cheaper. Like I get Investigation Discovery, I get ID, I get BET, BET Plus Her. Um, I also get like it's a bunch of channels on there. But the worst part about it is I barely watch TV, so that's that. Netflix on the 10th. My kids love Netflix, as you guys might have heard. I heard come out and ask if somebody was on the Netflix because I only have the Netflix account where only two people can be on it at once, so I'm not sure who all is on it. And then for myself, I do have Kindle Unlimited. You will never be able to make me get rid of Kindle Unlimited, honey, because me, I'm gonna read, and that's $12.95. Let's see here. And then I have Planet Fitness on the 17th. I don't even know why I got Planet Fitness because I ain't even stepped foot in that place yet. And that's $27. Yeah, 27.05. I'm gonna have to go cancel that because I have not put it to use. Um, I do want to try out Orange Theory though, because they seem to have a lot more classes, and I think that's more fitting for me. And then on 15th, I have Chat GPT. Yes, I do use Chat GPT a whole lot. I am a project manager, so it does come in handy a lot for me. Let me know if that's something that you guys use and what you guys use it for. I definitely use it to help me draft emails, create some plans, that kind of thing. I also have Peacock, and that's $2.20, and that's on the 15th. And then I have Hulu on the 16th, in which I honestly have this with my sister, so I just go half with her because she has like the some double plan with like Disney and things like that. So I just go have fun that with her. And then iCloud storage, in which I loathe having to pay for freaking iCloud storage, and that's $9.99 because it just doesn't make sense to me. But whatever, go Apple. And then on the 22nd, I have Audible. Yes, I do have Audible as well because, as I mentioned, I like reading books and listening to them. So Audible is $17 a month, and that's on the 22nd. Why don't I have BT Plus on here twice? What's that about? I'm gonna have to go back in and check that. Check that. Then I have a car wash subscription. You know, some of this stuff might be a little just not needed. And then I have Cinemark on the 26th because I like movies. And my Cinemark account is $13. Spotify on the 30th. Spotify also has podcasts on the premium, and they also allow you to listen to some Audible books as well. All right, now we got to tap into our yearly subscriptions. So I'm gonna go through my yearly subscriptions and see if there's anything on there for January and February. Let's see, June, July, May, March, April, May, November, August, November, August, May. So I don't have any items that are due um in the month of January and February for yearly subscription. So that's a plus. So now that we have everything just about written out on our calendar, now we can go ahead and basically put together our budget. So we do know our paychecks in January. Okay, not sure what quite happened there, but we do know that our paychecks in January are 1/3/25. Then we have 1/17/25, and then we have 1/31/25. And that 1/31/25 will go until, let's see, it will go till 1, oops, sorry, 2/13/25. So I like to do it that way. So 1/17 to 1/30/25. And then we have 1/3 to 1/16/25. You want to make sure that you add what dates they go through because it helps you to make sure you're putting the right items on here as you go down your budget. All right, so we know that. So first it's going to be rent. So we're going to do $569.00 because of course we want to break up that rent there. And then we have our Amazon ring, in which that is $5.39. We have our fuel, $80. We have our laundry, $50. We have our household items, $600. We have the kids' lunch, which is going to be $100. And then we have our phone bill, but our phone bill was already taken care of because I actually paid it with the check that just passed. Sure did. Let's see here. Why do I have that on here for the 20th? That's strange. Okay, and then I already actually paid the AT&T card, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we have BET Plus that we're gonna have to pay, and that's for the 325. And I did put AT&T, but that was already covered, so we can just take that off. Do not judge my whiteout. My whiteout has been through it, honey. Through it. Okay. So we have Philo. Philo is $26.99. We have the life insurance, and that's $54. And then we have Netflix, $17. Kindle Unlimited, $12.95. And then we have Chat GPT, which is $20. And then we have Peacock, $2.20. And then we have Hulu, which is $16.50. So these are all of the monthly and necessary items from the 3rd to the 16th. Okay, so as you can see, I went in and kind of made some changes offline only because I had to do a double check and make sure that I had all of my bills on here, and I did not. So, what you see now, you'll see rent. I had broke that up into two parts. I have Amazon Ring, fuel, laundry, household, kids lunch, Philo, BT Plus. I did go in and verify that it is due on the 7th of every month. And then I have life insurance. That is one policy due at the beginning of the month. Then I have Netflix, Kindle Unlimited, Chat GPT, Peacock, Hulu, utilities is what I forgot to add. My utilities are $78 a month. However, I do break up those payments. Anything over $50, I try and break up, honey. And then I have chores. So my kids do get chores bi-weekly. They each get $35 a piece. So that comes up to $105 every 2 weeks. Then I have my car note. As I said previously, my car note is due on the 19th of every month. However, I do split that payment up in two, so $406. And then I have iCloud $9.99. And then I also have my second life insurance, which is due on the 24th of the month, which is $240. So I tend to break that up too as well to $120 per check. So with that being said, all of this comes out to about $2,168.88 for this check. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to um, see what extra items can I go ahead and add on here. So I do want to add on hair. My daughter's birthday is coming up, so I want to add some money for that. Then I want to add some money because I'm trying to save for airline tickets because we do have a cruise coming up in May. And then I also want to save for the car insurance that's coming up because I want to be able to pay that off for 6 months as well. Again, I'm not sure how much the whole policy is going to be, but I still want to put some money to the side to add to what I already have. So currently, for my upcoming car insurance, I have $720 put aside. So I want to try to get till about 1800. So that's my goal. And then I did buy my daughter, sorry, my me and my daughter's father went in and we purchased her a car. So we want to make sure that we have some money set aside for the car fixing. So I want to put some money aside for that as well. So I'm gonna play around with some numbers with that because I need to see exactly how much that I can set aside. So one thing that I have not really told anybody is I am a project manager, but I am a contractor. So a few days before last week ended, I was advised that we will be furloughed for 2 weeks. So from the 23rd up until the 6th of January 2025, I will be not working without pay. So I have to figure out exactly how much can I budget in that is extra item that won't put me in the red. So lucky for me, I was investing heavily into my 401k, so I was able to do a hardship withdrawal just so that I can stay afloat. So that will be coming in. So I'm going to do some math and then I'll be right back with the amounts that I am going to add in to see exactly what I can break even on. All right, so I am back. So with a little plan around here, I think we'll be able to do $330 for hair. That will take care of two of the girls. To put aside for the birthday, let's see how much we owe for that. Because I've already been putting money aside for my daughter's birthday. So I have $677.79 that I want to save more for that. So I'm going to put aside $300 for that. And then for the airline tickets, $200. For the car insurance savings, $300. Car fix, we're going to set aside $200. So this brings my total to about $3,498.88. So I think we're going to leave this here at this time. And yeah, and I think that will cover our first January check from the 3rd to the 16th.